Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here. We're looking at what you guys think is the best Tier 3 tank in War Thunder Ground Forces. And this, my dears, is the T-34-85D5T. It sneaks into Tier 3. Actually, it's safely in Tier 3 with a battle rating of 5.0. Probably the second place vote. I mean, this one definitely got the most votes for what you guys thought was the best Tier 3 tank. The Panther D got probably second place, and the KV2 was in third place. I would guess from all the voting that you guys did. But that being said, going forward, we're doing the best Tier 4 tank. So let me know what you think that is. But right now I'm following a nice little chaffee here. But I think one of the reasons that this tank was, voted for the best is because the 85mm main gun is just amazing. The battle rating is also really good, honestly, for a Tier 3 tank. 5.0 is really good. The German Panther D does not enjoy that same competitive advantage as it is a battle rating of 5.7. Alright, so what do you see, Mr. Chaffee? There's really only one capture point in this entire map. What up, Sherman? Oh yeah, don't mind me. Just stop right there. Alright, so let's see. We are approaching. There's the Panzer IV F2, the winner of... Oh, drown, jeez. The best Tier 2 tank. Oh, sneak up, friend. We're gonna move up. Try to get another angle on this Hellcat. Oh shit. He's smoking. Or maybe that's the dead Panzer IV. Oh, never mind. It's just an AI. Look at these guys. The Clash of the Titans right here, guys. Yeah, but the real strength of this tank is the APHEBC. Because once you do penetrate, we're gonna get some eyes on the enemy and see what's going on. Once you do penetrate, like, it's fantastic. It tends to one-shot tanks. If you don't hit anything like an engine block or transmission or anything like that. Holy crap. We just artillery that M4A2. That was amazing. Alright, so looks like everyone just kind of went into the normal middle of the field area, but there's no capture point there. I'm not entirely sure why they did that. To me, it doesn't make sense. Alright, that's a AI Key 49, I'm pretty sure. So let's try to do... So, my GPU just crashed while I was in the air. I'm having the worst computer issues I've ever encountered, and I have no reason as to why. It's so frustrating. Last night, my recording software derped up. See, I don't rage usually at video games. I rage at technical issues. This is just really shitty, what's been happening. So the other week, my power supply burned out. Things happen, I understand, but when this is your job and your livelihood, that stuff worries you, man. When you're like, oh, I don't know the next time I can, record stuff. Now my recording software is making things take like 4 times as long as they should. Everything. Like, it's bad, guys. We're gonna call artillery, we're gonna move up. We're gonna shoot stuff. Goodbye, Mr. Bond. You got me, yes, but you did. Because of the APHEBC. So, while you guys are giving me sympathy for my terrible computer problems, computer crashing. Yeah, so the power supply ran out. I think there's an issue with my motherboard, honestly. I have an Asus, or I mean, not an Asus, Like my CPU. Oh, what's up, dude? Damn. Damn! You wanna fight? I'm your big brother, by the way. That's right, dude. That's what's gonna happen to you if you come out here. He's like, well, you're reloading. Alright. I told you, man. I told you that was gonna... And then the T-28? It's a gauntlet, man. I don't know what they're doing, guys, but this... See this? That's a perfect example of what 85mm APHEBC does. It kills everything. What's up, dude? See that? When you pen... When you do pen, it doesn't have as good penetration as the Panther. Get some hits. But I tell you what, man. It's got better hitting power, I think, once it does penetrate. So, I mean, what? That was like, what, 4 kills in a row? Oh, God. Retreat. That's another... The worst thing about Russian tanks in general, I think, is the gun depression is so crap. What to do? I would like to shoot it. But that's a T-26-4 in here? Man, that guy's got issues with his lineup. No. Not yet. Alright, fine. Goodbye. If this is what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to do it. We gotta kill him, right? Panzer 3M with his 50 mil. Oh shit. Oh, was that like a dud round? I never understand that. Artillery's incoming. Oh shit. Side of the turret on a Panther, yes please. Critical hit. Surprise, surprise. We don't want this guy shooting 50 mil on the side of our turret, but he's not even looking. Ooh! That's exactly what killed us. Poor, poor Baron. But yeah, so the KV-2, there's not going to be much time for it. But I want to go over kind of the battle rating issue that I have. Because the Panther does have better penetration, I'll give you that. Sentinel. Yeah, so we died in our plane, like right when we launched the Beaufighter. Like I got what I think is called artifacting. You know what's interesting though, is War Thunder's the only game that, I've had issue with Grand Theft Auto 5. Launching Grand Theft Auto 5, and the game will crash. Right? And when I have OBS up. But War Thunder, man, I don't know. It could be my settings. If you guys have any suggestions, I put in a new graphics card. And yeah, the drivers are up to date. So I thought that, like, I just went straight to, like, movie or whatever. But I tried to do things, but, like, look at this. Texture quality is reduced to medium due to insufficient amount of video memory. But my old GPU was crashing. But I think that's like people were like, hey, some of your videos, like, it's artifacting, right? So, you know what? I don't even know. But let's go back to the discussion. But yeah, I'm having 2 weeks of computer problems now, and it's terrible. I'd love a computer sponsor. Hey. But let's check this out. So battle rating 5.0. You look at the modifications. The rounds though, APHEBC and APHE. Lots of explosive stuff. But I like the stock rounds. A little less penetration, but I think when you do pen, it's over, boy. It's over. It really is. And most times. I'm surprised that Panther, if we hit the side of the chassis, it would have been an instant kill. But yeah, so you look at that, and you look at the battle rating. And then you look at your armor thickness. Check this out. So it's 45 millimeters. On a 60-degree slope, so the effective thickness is really impressive. Maybe not necessarily for like late tier 3, but it's pretty well armored. 90 millimeters on the front. You look at the Panther, which granted, yeah, It does. It's got great penetration, but you've only got the option to choose 2 different rounds. All right, so 80 millimeters thickness. That's actually pretty damn good. So it's got much better armor. So maybe the battle rating is warranted. The mantlet is a little stronger, but there's these nice little flat weak spots. Like the Germans, like, yes, there's always some special weak spot on our tanks from the front. But and it does have better penetration. But is it really? Should it be like a 0.7 difference, or should it be a 0.3? Think about that. I wonder about these things. Because look at this. The pen is much, much higher. Much higher. But it's an armor-piercing capped ballistic cap shell. It's not an armor-piercing high-explosive ballistic cap shell. So this one tends to one-shot less than the Russian one. It does have better armor and does have better penetration, but I don't know. The turret traverse on this thing is much inferior relative to the T-34-85. And look at this. This guy's in tier 4 at 5.3. So the T-34-85s, which you could say, hey, these are competitors to the Panther. This is what the Panther is supposed to fight, medium tank versus medium tank. I don't know if it's 5.7, and then this one's a 6.0. So 5 and 5.3 versus 5.7 and 6.0. I don't know, but it seems a little strange. And then there's a small difference all the way up to the Panzer IV-F. So like 6.3 to 5.7, like for 4 different Panthers, it's a very small change. T-34s, the 85s though, 5.3 and 5. You'd think it would be closer. This one should at least be a 5.3. But what is kind of cool is SU-152 was also recommended a few times. This one's got battle rating 5.0, KV-2 5.0, and T-34-85 5.0. That is a great 5.0 lineup. Like you got 2 really good derp guns, and you got a really strong medium tank with the one-shot capability of 85 millimeter armor-piercing, high-explosive ballistic cap shells, which we saw. If you get on the a flank of a tank, man, and you don't hit a giant fuel tank or something on a Russian tank anyway, armor plates. Anyway, but yeah, so it's a really fun lineup. But the T-34-85 D5T, that bad boy, that was your favorite, or not your favorite. What you thought was the best Tier 3 tank in War Thunder ground forces? So I'm hoping I can really fix my computer issues, because it's really a kick in the dick, man, lately. Especially when things come up and you have to be gone for a few days, and you have to do a lot of recording, and you lose hours and hours and sometimes even days of productivity to computers crashing. It's just terrible. It's terrible. But you know what? Things happen and we've got to adapt. Just like, look at that. Look at that turret ring. Nice little shoot right in the turret ring. I love shooting the turret rings. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think is the best Tier 4 tank in War Thunder ground forces. If you look at it so far, the Russians got Tier 1. The Germans got Tier 2 with the Panzer IV F2. And the Russians again took Tier 3 at T-34-85 D5T. There's no love for the Americans yet. Interesting note.